Hey, what's up? You know, it's Malta Master. I'm back, and I'm here with my guests, also known as my friends. I got
Equimanthorn.
this is my friend, and I got
Gravestone, man.
back there. You know, Gravestone has his own projects that you should check out. And my man Ecuador over here, this guy's the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he has projects out too with a band that he's affiliated with, Worm. And today we're gonna talk about why we listen to metal and why it's important to us. You know, I wanna show that we're, you know, validated as metalheads, because my man over here, you know, he recorded this album back in 2017, Evocation of the Black Marsh by Worm.
This a vinyl?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is that?
And Gloom Lord by Worm this year. And I don't really play instruments because I'm too lazy to learn, but hey, metal's a shit. And you wanna like guide us through this?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. There's what do you call it? There's little magazines that they produce every so often. This one's made by one of our labels, basically. We're here with a whole bunch of other bands in the back.
That's a manual?
Oh yeah, like a video game manual. All the instructions are right here. So they're here with all these other bands as well. Shout out to them and to Head Split. Thank you guys for giving us this great opportunity. You know, it's
you're welcome.
yeah, it's
And we got this album. It has nothing to do with metal, but we got it so we can listen to it.
there you go.
So let's talk about how we all, you know, started listening to metal, when and why. You know, you want to go first or I go first?
This is your show. Why don't you
All
go
right,
ahead
bro.
and set the example, huh? There you go.
I started listening to metal back when I was 9, and the first band I ever heard was this band called Obituary or something. I started listening to Obituary in the car with the headset. My mom had no clue I was listening to this because she would not have let me hear it. But that was it was death metal for sure. And when I thought that they were the only band that did this, because before I only heard rock. So I heard shit like that, and I said, God damn, it sounds like there's a monster singing this. And I would listen to that radio station with the headphones until I turned 12. When I turned 12, I completely stopped listening to rock and metal, and I only listened to rap until I turned 18, because we live in Miami, and yeah, especially he'll tell you for sure, you know, like, nobody here cares about metal or rock or anything that's cool. Everybody here only cares about rap. So I listened to that until I turned 18, and I started listening to it again. And, you know, I was kind of getting into it, but I met my man over here a year later in college, and we started hanging out, and he for sure really showed me all these bands, and he showed me he taught me all about metal, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. It's been my favorite genre ever since. So what about you, bro?
Well, thank you first and foremost for the introduction, I guess.
For sure.
Passing the microphone. Naturally, I guess you would think I'd have the answers to metal and all that, but really I don't. I'm just a kid like everyone else, more or less. And the way I found metal was pretty much like by accident, you could say. What happened is that basically I was like in a concert. I was high as shit, and all of a sudden there was music going on, you know. It was like some local band. It was cool, you know. It was the mod culture, modern jazz or whatever, all this like progressive shit, you know, like being as flashy and as technical, you know, get a big fucking heart on. And in the midst of all that, I was just not really having it, you know. I wasn't feeling it, you know. I was high as fuck.
What, the metal concert?
No, it was like some technical progressive shit. It's like Miami, the whole modern hipster shit, you know, like
Talking about
the Winwood
Skrillex?
fucking no, not Skrillex. It's not dubstep. It's not dubstep. It's like some fucking soul. They try to put soul and then some singing. and like, you know, some like flashy jazz shit, and like, yeah, it's good music, you know, I'm not gonna discredit it. It is something that's real nice. And before I was in that wagon, you know, I was in that station of like, you know, the most extreme.
Just turning up to it.
People were turning up to it, you know, people were turning up to it because I don't want to say what do you call it? It was something new. People were turning up to it because it was something new. The people
what
were
happened though, bro? Like...
What happened was I just realized like this is something great and all, but it's just the average typical like mainstream, like, you know, 9 to 5, like yeah, this is the shit that's, you know, accessible. It's too accessible, you know. It's something that was just too generic, something that was too plain. It was safe.
That's true.
It was safe. It wasn't trying, even though it was very technical, it was all within like, you know, that constraint of like, you know, happy. Yeah, we're here to get some drinks, hang out with my boys, you know, kick the shit. Yeah, man, bro. Yeah, bro. So ultimately, I was really fucking high, and the devil comes out in the wall, you know, like there was a show going on, and you'll find me in the corner, you know, the fucking Satanist freak, looking at the fucking wall, talking to the devil, and he's there telling me to, you know, abandon that kind of pursuit. Like, you know, like, don't, you know, yeah, you're a human being, you know, but like, don't be the devil, yeah, don't be the bad guy. But 2, you know, eat your vegetables, and 3, fucking, you can continue with all that shit, and, you know, 9 to 5, you know, do what is called work, and, you know, you die and you're nobody, basically. You did nothing with your life except what was expected of you. Or B, you can go ahead and fuck all, pursue like a path of magic, basically, because that's what music is. It's just pure energy. It's pure vibrations and shit. The way you interpret it is up to you how to like control that energy, and it just presents a manner of infinite form, so to say. And it's pretty cool, definitely. I saw a change in attitude, a change in perspective. Instead of just seeing music as like, you know, a test, I saw it as something more that you can enjoy, something to really get into. And metal, because it was something that was really, I was obviously interested in like Satanism and witchcraft and in like tarot and all that shit prior. So metal just seemed like the next natural step in that evolution, I guess. It was singing about similar themes and whatnot, so I just figured, why not? What's there to be afraid about? And that's what got my mind on it, I guess. The way I started it was through a buddy as well, just like Miguel. I was at work and I met Worm. I met Worm over at work.
Sure.
And
let's talk about this.
Yeah, there you go. We met over at some shitty job with some shitty people. And it was a pretty fun time together, definitely.
Hold this in the back, bro. Just hold it up.
And yeah, I learned it all from Phantom Slaughter. Definitely, I learned not music. I already knew how to play music from before, but how to listen to metal, how to appreciate metal. I was tripped the fuck out at first. Obviously, I couldn't understand it. Like, why the hell would you play? Why would you play such like, you know, good music and shit, but then like, just vomit on top of it? Like, it sounded like they were ruining it. It sounded like ironic, you know, counterintuitive.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
First I gotta think of the question. Okay, so you know how the culture of black metal, in terms of who was listening to it and the you know, the listeners, the fans, the people, you know, in the 90s, the people who listened to black metal, and not just black metal, but any other kind of metal, but black metal specifically, you know, they felt the need to, they were protesting the church. So they were burning down churches and whatnot. And the other people that listen to metal, you know, we were seen as the bad kids, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, now it's different. You know, now people listen to metal really because they just don't really like what's in the mainstream, and people really just look at us as outcasts. Why do you think they look at us that way now?
It's because it's the type of style that the metal is.
Like, what do you mean though? Like the style that the music that we have makes us look silly?
No.
Or the bad guys? Oh, the music is
like, yeah, dark. Like,
yeah, point
stuff.
I guess is because, you know, I can't really say much, I don't really know, but you know, if I had to guess why people, I guess it's because they don't know. You know, they see something, and part of it is, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, part of it is that we don't want competitors. You know, it's like Isaac Newton. You know, once you become a big successful whatever, you don't want competitors to come on down because they're gonna draw away. You know, it's competition or a diversion or whatever. It's a distraction. You know, look at me. You know, that's natural, I guess, in any field of business or in any field of life. So definitely, with the attire and the music and the lyrics and the aggression, it is very hard to get into. And I feel like when people see someone that enjoys that type of shit, that they can, like, you know, seriously get down with that, it's something that they probably can't comprehend because of culture or from background or from prior experiences or from just not properly giving it the time. You know, I think what do you call it, like pagan religions and whatnot, of like the tarot and all this other shit, you know, it's pretty beautiful if you ask me. It's not about sacrificing babies or children or any of that, you know. So it's a
stereotype.
Yeah, I know, but part of it is funny, I guess, because it's like a show, you know. Like people were like terrified about the whole shit, and it's really nothing to be afraid about. But
I want to add to that.
Yeah, it's
you know, people they look at us like we're these Satanists or something, and our music is so bad. But then, you know, the rappers, they're rapping about killing people. Some of the music that they play here in Miami, because, you know, there's a very big Hispanic community and Latino community, you know, descendants from the Hispanics, and just the kind of music that's played in these radios, they're very sex orientated, you know. It's all, why am I saying that?
It's true. No, yeah, it's bachata or whatever. It's that's how we
always talk about shaking their ass and
I mean, it's you see that in modern, like you see that in modern music today. You see that in modern music, like, just about everywhere. It's in Spanish music too. It's except their thing is, it's funny.
It makes those reps like horny as shit, man.
It pumps them up, dude. It pumps them up. It's funny because with them, like, they actually get musicians. They get people that have talent and a virtuoso, and, like, you know, I could sing, like, I'm classically trained to go and sing some shit about bailando and singando and saltando, you know. It's all the same shit, you know. It's pretty cheesy, you know. In Spanish, half the fucking words rhyme together, you know.
Yeah, that shit dumb.
So it's
Wait, let me ask. So, like, man, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm trying to make my own. So, I think what you're trying to say, and I also say the same thing, is that, you know, when people kind of listen to our music, they hear it and they act like their ears are bleeding, but, you know what, they don't think for 1 second to think like that's what we think. You know, we don't want to listen to bachata or a lot of these rap songs because it really makes our ears bleed. What people hear just listening to metal and it scares you is this way we feel. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I feel like people are always going to have their own opinion, you know. At the end of the day, they act like this thing is something ridiculous and whatever, this isn't that, when they haven't really even bothered to give it a listen. You know, they just skimmed it over, they gave it a glance. And the other problem is that they're getting too advanced, you know. People just don't jump into metal overnight, you know. People just don't jump into a new hobby or a thing, like, you know, you're just not going to convert, you know. Unless, like, he's, like, do some crazy shit, I don't know, Look, honestly, I think it's silly that people just jump to conclusions and whatnot already from just seeing people dressed up in black with long hair or whatever. To a sense, it's, I guess, like prejudice or like racism, I guess. They don't like the new La Juventud, La Locura, you know, are always up to the new shit. No, you know, they're it's always a battle between, like, you know, the old and the young, you know. It's a constant fucking, so it's nothing new, honestly. I guess it's part of the whole rebelliousness of metal, the whole nature of it. Here's the bottom line, man. Look, those people aren't going to change for you. Like, you know, they're going to tell you that you're going to burn for not, like, worshiping the cross, you know. You're going to go to hell and burn for not doing it. So why the fuck am I going to change if they're not even going to bother and do all this shit? already for just being ourselves, we're gonna burn. Fuck it, dude. There's no point in changing, and I'm not gonna fucking the cross, dude. Come on. I don't know, man. The cross.
Being crucified.
Yeah, dude, that shit is like terrifying, man. There's some dude and fucking have to worship an instrument of torture. I have to go and take the sacrifice, drink the blood. That's normal.
Isn't the crucifixion is a work of art?
It's a I mean, if I'm trying to make someone slowly suffer and me relishing their their lamentation, sure, it's a work of art, yeah.
Hey,
but I can go and crucify 20,000
Wow.
people. What's so special about it? It's nothing.
Why do you listen to metal today? Like
Today?
I listen to it because I think it's cool. It's my
You
favorite.
think that Suicide Boys is metal?
Suicide
Nah,
Boys.
Can't be.
They sound extreme, man. They go hard.
Yeah.
They live to tell the tale.
So why do you? Because I just think it's really cool. I really like it.
What, metal? I listen to it because it's like anger management. It opens like doors to creativity, at least in my mind. I can see like the Lord of the Rings or sci-fi or medieval or fantasy. You can see a whole bunch of just about anything you want, or quest, there's like a quest metal or whatever. Like there's just stories to be told and heard from metal. That, and it's just it's to me the ultimate one of the ultimate mediums of expression as a musician.
Closer.
As that shit is pretty, it can be pretty technical, it can be pretty demanding. However manner you want to see it, it always presents a way for you to go ahead and input. It's one of the most demanding and extreme manners of input.
Oh shit.
You can shred, you can double pedal, you can shriek, you can blast. You can do whatever you want in metal. There's no rules, really.
What are some of your favorite bands? Like your top 5? Mine's is Alice in Chains. I really like Immortal for sure.
Immortal?
Yeah. What about you? What are some of your favorites?
Those are your top 5?
Those are my top 2.
Damn, man. I mean, thing is that I go through like bands sometimes for a while. Sometimes I don't listen to music. Sometimes I just listen to one album over and over. Albums I'm always like obsessing over. Nocturnus, The Key.
For sure.
That shit is pretty funny. It's pretty funny, but it's genius, honestly. Imprecation and Thirhira Goeshi Asuma from Imprecation, and their side band Infernal Dominion. Salvation Through Infinite Suffering. That one's fucking nasty. It's pretty brutal. Yeah. I like the first album from Blood Incantation, Interdimensional Extinction. I believe that's their best one, hands down.
I like their newest one better, to be honest.
What?
The one that
The Taylor Swift one?
just keep talking.
Oh, what else can I say? Samael. I think the first band that got me into metal was like probably Samael. Worship Him. It was just something that was so over the top. I just thought the vocals were, I don't want to say bad, I don't want to shit on it, but it just sounded so cheesy, but that's what got me into it. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it reminded, I felt like I was discovering the 80s kung fu action movies, it was something so, what you wanted to happen, happened, when you were listening to it. It was like, it was like sex, it was like, yes, dude, evil! So
Alright, bro, let's wrap it up, so we can go do the other stuff.
Sounds good.
Yo.
I think we had a pretty fun
Good video.
Yeah.
Oh, to wrap it up, see, metal is cool. I'm always in pursuit for more lyrics and more content and whatnot.
All right.
So one book that I've been definitely reading a lot of lately to go in with that quest is Reign of the Anunnaki from that dude.
Never read that one.
Yeah. Shit's insane, guys. Give it a read.
Oh yeah. Thanks for watching. Check out my friend's albums.
Peace.
No, not yet, bro. My friend right here, Ecuador.
For
sure. He's got 2 albums right here. Evocation of the Black Marsh, Gloom Lord. And Gravestone, my other friend, it's got Idols of True Soldiers and Blockburn Baller.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out my video. You better stay tuned because you know there's gonna be more videos. We love metal. This is why we listen to metal. Peace.